Hello, I'm Steph, and this is my Draw My Life. That's me and my teen kid hair. I'm a really bad artist, so I've kind of been avoiding this, but I'm gonna do it anyway, so here we go. Well, I was born and raised in South Florida, which is great and fun. There's palm trees. This is a palm tree. Okay, now it's a coconut tree. I live on the beach now, which is great, and that's in Orange, Florida. So, my mom and my dad got married, and they love each other very, very, very much. And then they had me. I had really long, blonde, curly hair as a child. That's my sister, Haley. And my dog, Lucky, aka my best friend in the world. We were a really happy family. I was a really weird kid growing up. I read a lot of books. I collected live lizards because I thought I was saving them. I did taekwondo. I had a really big imagination, and I was really smart for my age. And when I was 5 years old, I went to Jew school, which I've been at until I graduated from high school with my fellow Jews, my class of 42 kids. It actually wasn't that religious, so it wasn't that bad, and I did have really great memories there. But then when I got older, I started to get teased a lot, and it really brought down my self-esteem. So I spent most of my time in elementary school in the library because it was the one place I wasn't judged, because books can't do that, and I read all the books on spiders and Harry Potter and pretty much everything else readable. When I was 13 years old, I started questioning if I was gay. It was actually right after I saw Rent. Thank you, Idina Menzel. But then I pushed that idea as far away from my mind as humanly possible. My mom one day told me I should go to drama camp because I was good at theater, and only theater, and I was like, hell yeah! So I went. That performing arts studio really saved me and broke me out of my shell. I took classes there during the school year, and I worked there until I graduated from high school. I made my best friends there, like Lauren and Brian, Tommy, who was really, really tall with long hair, and I had friends, and to this day we're still best friends. It's great. So then I started doing theater in school, and it got me a little bit more popular. My friends were like, hey, you're not that much of a loser anymore. And I was president of Thespians. I played like 5 instruments. I was in band, and I was happy. But then that whole, am I gay thing started coming up again, which made me really depressed because I was worried what everyone at my Jew school would think, and my friends, and my family. And I went through a really, really hard time. But then I started getting really active in the LGBTQ community, and I felt accepted, and it really made me feel better about myself. In my AP government class during high school, I was really bored. My friend told me what a Tumblr was, so I was like, yeah, why not? I got thousands of followers really, really quickly because I was really open about myself and my sexuality, and I started getting hundreds of messages a day from kids all over asking for advice about coming out, or suicide, or abuse, and so many things, and I just helped every single one I could because I know I could have used that as a kid, and I made an impact. Eventually, being in the closet for so long started making me really depressed, and my friends told me I really had to tell my mom, so when I was 17, I did. I was really scared, but my mom was super supporting and super loving and offered to make me a cake, and it really gave me so much strength just to have her there. Eventually, everyone at my school found out I was gay because of my Tumblr, and I was bullied a lot for it. One girl in my grade even cornered me and threatened to beat me up and called me a dyke. I was traumatized, and I was crying one day in the bathroom when my best friend at school, Jessica, told me that it was going to be okay, and my favorite teacher was still proud of me for who I was as a person, and I felt better. I then began to focus more on my college auditions because I really wanted to do theater. Ever since I was 14, I wanted to go to Boston University, and I was obsessed with it. My mom took me to all of my auditions and was the biggest support system I could ask for. During March of my senior year, one day my mom said that her stomach hurt and that she thought it was the stomach flu. My sister and I said bye to my mom on our way to school and that we loved her, so my dad could take her to the hospital to make sure she was okay because we were worried. And it turns out it wasn't the stomach flu. 2 days later, my mom died. Let me try to explain to you my family. There's me, my dad, and my sister. We were puzzle pieces, and my mom was the glue that held us together. When she died, it felt like the entire family broke apart. Losing my mom was definitely the worst thing that has ever happened to me. I lost my support system, My sister lost her best friend, and my dad lost his soulmate and has a broken heart. And then even my dog Lucky lost his entire world. It's terrible. Things started to look a little brighter when I was getting accepted into colleges, and then I finally got my acceptance letter to Boston University, and I was so happy. Even though I was jumping for joy that I got into my dream school, I didn't know if I could leave my family because we just lost my mom. I had a decision to make, and I had to put my family first. So I decided to go to the University of Central Florida to be closer to home, and I absolutely love it. I was really scared I wouldn't make any friends, but I was actually popular, and I made so many friends. I'm in the musical theater program, and I don't regret it for a second. During the beginning of my freshman year, I dated a girl named Randy. She was really cool. She just so happened to have cancer, but she didn't let that bring her down, and she was extremely strong. However, with my mom's 9-month coming up, in Judaism around that time you get the tombstone, and I started feeling depressed and numb towards everything. I thought that was unfair to Randy, so I broke up with her. We became friends though after the breakup, so that was good. However, in April last year she passed away. I then started to date this girl named Daniela. She has really cool hair and plays video games and always knows how to make me smile. She totally took my heart, and we've been together for over a year. I've done a lot of cool things, like I worked for Equality Florida, I was part of a fellowship called Young People 4, I worked for LGBTQ services at my college, I did a lot of theater for social change and other things. My Tumblr blew up even more, so now I can help even more kids all over the world, which is great, with also my YouTube channels, ElloSteph and LGBTeens. They got signed to Big Frame, which is cool. I have amazing friends and the best followers, friends, I could ever ask for. My life hasn't been easy with a lot of rain clouds, and I've lost hope, but it's been worth it in the end because the sun always comes out and it gets better. And it made me who I am. I'm Steph, and I love each and every one of you guys because people like you inspire me to do what I do. So thank you.